Morning. It is January the 18th, 6:07 a.m. Just got finished with breakfast, washing up, and we're ready to get outside. Outside and get to work. Chilly morning this morning. Snowing again. And we're going to check out what it might take to get all the work done we need to get done. Get that money, get that tractor. It'd be great if we could get it today. Let's check the fermentation. 17%, not bad. I'll leave that running for a little bit to warm up some more while we check the greenhouses here. The tomatoes looking like they're coming in pretty good. 84 liters so far of tomatoes. Go ahead and close these doors. Don't want the chill getting in. And looking like 66 liters here. These ones haven't grown in quite yet. Still green on the vine there. Let's get back to the tractor, get out to the logging area. Making sure to avoid these stumps. Can't be running into those. Get out here and see what work we can complete today. I kind of want to load up the trailer right now. We'll get this cut first. And then we'll load up the trailer, and then as soon as it's time that we could possibly get to the shop and sell, we'll do that. So let's get this all chopped up, ready to go. Hopefully this one isn't too big here, and it's just a little too heavy, so we'll have to shave off. Is it just me, or is he getting closer? Bolder even. I think he stays out of reach when I'm out here because I got a chainsaw. Every once in a while that sound effect really gets me. And that was one of those times. So let's get these logs ready to go. Got a lot of work to do. So that last one was roughly about that big, so let's just cut it back about this much. We'll see if this is light enough. Sure thing. Sure it is. Alright. About that big, I think. That should be pick-upable. Should be light enough for us. And it is. There's some good cuts so far today. Today's going to be a good day. Not too short, but also not too long, so I don't have to shave off any. That should be good right there, maybe. Ah, it's just a little too heavy, so it shouldn't take that much to get that closer to 200. There we go. So we're looking for like 0.9 to 0.8 meters in length for each of these. That should make them just big enough to be able to move by hand. So we got 624. Let's do like there. We'll cut this one a bit short. So that way maybe we can cut the next two in half. No, that was a little too short. So we'll have to cut this into 3 pieces. We'll have to cut this one into 3 pieces. But maybe we can just cut a small bit off the top here to get about 52 kilograms off. And then we can cut the next piece in half. Yeah, we can just about cut this one in half here. That might be a good length. Right there is probably better. Just a little bit more towards the base. Oh, just a hair's breadth more, and it would have been good. So we'll put this with the scrap right here. Get this top piece out of the way, and we'll just shave off the front end of this log. Just a bit. That's probably too much right there. That's probably good. That should shave off 4 kilograms, if not a little more. Wow, we actually got a piece from... That is the thinnest piece I have cut that actually stuck around. I almost want to put that in the house and keep it. Precision chainsawing. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up and get it over to the shop. Get some firewood sold. And then we'll come back and focus on chopping up the trees again. This is pretty repetitive, I understand. But it's just kind of the nature of what has to be done right now to be able to earn the money, to be able to do other stuff. So it's kind of just one of the steps in the process. And I want to get all the steps in the process recorded for posterity. Alright, so we could put the smaller pieces behind that. It's kind of a good spot for them right there. I don't know why we would try and sell. I don't know who would buy this much of a log. I mean, you'd probably be good for starting like a campfire. That it's pretty thin. I don't want to shove it out of the trailer though. Let's see if I can straighten this out to let it sit in there a little bit more snugly. Alright, let's grab this piece and put it up behind it, just like so. And we could put the little wedge between them. Wow, that graphical flickering is really strange. I know what it's trying to do here. I mean, it's trying to make it look like snow on the logs, but since the logs are no longer stationary only, like they can be moved, it doesn't stick to it. The snow won't stick to it, essentially. I'm going to go ahead and speed up this process so that way we can get all this money in, and this might be a shorter episode than most because it's basically the last episode, or the last day's worth of work is this going to be roughly the same as this day's worth of work. It's going to be all wood cutting and selling, wood cutting and selling. until we get that tractor, and we can sprinkle in some field plowing for some extra flavor. Oh, can it make it? Oh, come on. No, no, no. Come on. Lower gear, let's go. Go into one. Oh, wow. Come on. Come on. I don't think it's gonna make it. Oh, maybe it will. Maybe it will. No, that's not gonna work. If a few more logs fall off the side, it will go up. Oh, it's starting to move. Starting to inch our way up. Alright, let's take another log off. Let's take this one off. There we go. That's the ticket. That's the old pepper. Alright, strap those back down so they don't fall off. And we'll have to grab those logs and bring them up. Blasted snow. So we need those wide tires. Alright. Let's go ahead and shut the engine off because it's going to take a quick minute to grab all these. Oh, relax. Relax. Alright, we'll go ahead and unstrap the logs there. And then we gotta move these up. Maybe we can just kind of scoot them along the floor here. And aim them at the sell point. There we go. So this should be quite a bit of money right here, and almost $4,000. That's pretty good. So it shouldn't take that much more to get the new tractor. So far, so good. Let's get on back to the farmstead. Alright. So we're back here. Oh, we got a big old log right here we could be cutting up. Back to the logging zone. We're just going to be cutting up these pieces of wood, getting all this sold. I think this'll put us over the top. This'll definitely put us over the top. What trees we have now put us over the top for that tractor. Let's cut this much off, and hopefully that's enough to be able to cut the next bit in half. It's a little tricky. The further down to the base of the tree that you get. Let's go ahead and cut it right there. No, right there. That looks like about half. Oh, so close. 1 kilogram. That's all that was needed. Alright. We're gonna have to get those logs over towards where the trailer is. That spot over there is kind of a good spot to pile up over all the pieces of wood. That actually worked out pretty well. But this is going to be the spot to pile the wood up. Getting kind of further off into the fringes of the property here to be able to sell this stuff. Let's see, maybe we should turn these around like this. Load them up this way. Well, we'll put that more centered right there. Should be able to load on top of that without issue. Grab this last big piece, put it on, and then we'll cut the big trunk areas down and get them loaded up on this. I think maybe I should take this piece as a measuring stick. I don't know. I think it would kind of help if I had kind of a measuring stick of sorts. It would help cut better lengths off the logs. So we can do that all the way up until about this point right here when the tree's bark changes to this, and we can start cut slightly bigger all the way up. That might be the strategy to go with. So let's see, we will go right there. It's kind of a strange bug that happens if you're looking at a tree and you take out the chainsaw. Wow, that didn't help at all actually. Still had 10 kilograms on that on that piece. That did not help at all. It's kind of a strange bug is when you look at the tree, You're moused over the tree, and you go to cut with the chainsaw. You pull the chainsaw out as you're looking at the tree, and it won't perform any action until you put it away and look away from the tree, and then pull out the chainsaw to cut the tree. So just go ahead and toss that down there, and we'll go... Yep, see? It doesn't work. If you have it positioned like that. See, just a little too much again. Well, looks like it's still snowing, but it's a temperature that doesn't support snow on the ground. I see, 39 degrees. That is still pretty frigid, though. That is still pretty cold. It's kind of been roughly the same temperature where we live here in the morning. Super foggy. The temperature is around 39 degrees in the morning. Take some extra time in the morning to warm the car up before having to leave for work. And when it's foggy outside, that's when you get every would-be NASCAR driver on the road. I think we should probably just get this tree cut up, piled up onto the trailer, and get it over to the shop as quickly as possible today. I think that'll be the best strategy for today. So we really got to get that money going, get that tractor, and then get that plow, so don't miss out on the time involved in plowing the field up and getting it prepped for seeding in the spring. And we still have quite a bit of time, but that's usually when you start running out of time, is when you say that. That's how the stories usually go, right? And then it all went terribly wrong. Whoa, kind of like that. Didn't know I was loading flapjacks into the trailer here. So that didn't work out too well, did it? Whoa, hey, not too far now. What are you doing? Get back into place. There you go. There you go. Alright, that looks good so far. Let's get the rest of this chopped up. Really want to be able to make it back to the shop to sell these today. It's just a bit too big. Getting there, getting there. I don't think this amount is really going to get us all the way to that 39,000 goal. This probably isn't going to be worth much more than maybe $3,000 on this. But it is one step closer. $1 closer. I'm still using a bit of money too to cut these trees up. The gas usage out of the chainsaw. It's not much, but I don't even know what. I wonder what that falls under. I haven't really checked that. So we got new vehicles. All right. Sold vehicles, construction costs, sold buildings. I think that falls under vehicle running costs. Property maintenance is definitely buildings. Fuel costs, I don't know if that's... I think that just applies to tractors. So we had it at... What was it at? 586. So we'll cut some more, and then as soon as I see the dollar amount go down one. So that's under vehicle running costs. Good to know. That is where to look to find out where the money is being spent. So we'll definitely have enough time to get to the shop still with what we're cutting up here. I might even try and cut some of the thinner lengths off the other trees and get those on top as well. Just to pad out how much money we can make today off the logs. So let me just get this done, get it sold at the shop, and then we'll see what's going on. I don't know. Now the question is, am I going to make it to the sell point on time? I think we'll catch them just as they're closing up. I'll be like a few minutes late. I'll just... we're just gonna have to fudge it on that. Don't close up yet. It's technically closed, but... I think for just this, for something like this, I mean, we're so close to it already. It would just be a waste to not sell it. Only a couple minutes past the time frame. That was pretty good. $3,926 for that one. We are almost there. A little less than 11,000 to go for that tractor. So I'm thinking tomorrow we're gonna have that Burer tractor, no problem. So having a bit of a think about what can be done with the hill over here. And I'm thinking that eventually we can turn it into a field of sunflowers. Kind of comes up to this point, goes just along the hill up to the property line and back down the hill down here. Until it kind of meets this hill. Just along the line of this rock. All the way to the property line. So if we did that, not only would we get the money for the trees, we'd have a nice big field of sunflowers up here. No, I don't really want to cut down a bunch of trees, but give us a nice semi-large field to plant in March to get some good income out of, because sunflowers are pretty decently priced. The best time to sell them would be March, which is unfortunate that that's the time we have to plant them too, but I think that would work out. The only thing is that we'd have to figure out a way to get the stumps out of the ground, which I think all the income from these trees would help do that. So that could be a thing we could work towards here. So we'd basically we'd have to go up to the property line here and see, okay, so not that one, this one can be cut down. This small one can definitely go. Let's see about this one. Yep, this one can go too. Well, that's a thick tree right there. We'll start piling it all up in this bare spot right here. So that one came down. Let's go ahead and trim the branches off of this. I think that's going to look pretty cool. Whoa. How did we get up so high? That is a big tree. Alright, let's see. Don't want to go past that rock as far as... so we'll probably get this one down as well. Yeah, this is a good one to go as well. And obviously the small ones have to be cut down. But this will be a pretty neat looking field here, I think. And a profitable one. Sunflowers do sell for quite a bit. So we can leave these two. This can kind of be like the edges of these branches right here. Can kind of be where the line for the field will go. We'll have to keep that in mind for when we go to actually make the field. Cut down all these small trees here. Just cut the length off of this. A little extra length here. How big is this? So let's go right there. Oh, I made the whole thing disappear. Okay. Except for this part. So this can be the sunflower field. It's gonna be a pretty sizable one, I think. So if you look at the map here, if you would kindly draw your attention to the map here, so where all this is usually where the trees are on the map, right? So you see all these brown spots here, these are like the forested areas. So if we got this and we just kind of curved it around, brought it all the way up to the property line, up to that rock, there's the rock I was talking about and walked past. We could bring it up to there and just bring it back around. It'd be a pretty interestingly shaped field. But I think it would look really nice once they start growing in, start getting bigger. Especially at the stage right before harvest time for them. And they're just big yellow sunflowers. It's gonna look really cool. But it looks like it's about that time. Gotta head to bed. Just go ahead and finish shaving the branches off there. So this is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work to prep this area over here for the sunflower field. But it will bring in quite a bit of money as well. So we'll see what we can do with that influx of cash. We're at 19% fermentation on this silage here, so it's getting there. But it's about time I had myself some dinner. Maybe sit down for a little bit of entertainment via infomercials, because I'm sure that's the only thing I get out here. But that does it for today, everybody. Thank you for stopping by the farmstead, and I will see you next time. Have a great night, everyone.